analyzing what we're about to program here now. Is a game, but this game applies some level of artificial intelligence. We want to program this monkey to be able to catch these apples falling down. And we will be programming this using Python language within PictoBlocks interface. The PictoBlocks interface have made so many level of programming so easy to deal with, and as such, let's take a quick review of how to get that thing done. Okay, it should have been monkey. Okay, so this is a rotten apple. It's expected that this monkey shouldn't eat it. The monkey should be going for the fresh one. Now, the beautiful thing about this program we're about to write is that it is through the camera that this monkey moves. It will not be moving using the mouse, neither will it be moved using buttons. Rather, just a gesture from the camera. It moves through the gesture. When one waves hand across the camera and control how this thing moves. That is a wonderful thing. It's a good level in machine learning. So let's kick start. We will start with this apple. We want to get this apple to be falling down. To be able to get this apple to be falling down, you need to first of all hide it. So we will now write sprite dot hide. All right. So if I'm to play this program, you will see this apple will disappear. All right. Now that this apple has disappeared by virtue of this command, we have to bring it back somehow. But before bringing it back, we have to give it where it is going to come from. Now we want it to be able to come out from that is randomly from any part of this place. So the X value need to be changing while the Y value is constant, because we don't want it to be falling straight, sometimes here, sometimes here, sometimes. So we'll need to generate some random variable to get it to do that. So we start by creating a sprite, a clone. We want to create a clone of that sprite. And after creating the clone, we have to generate a random value for the X position. So X position is equal to random dot run int. We want it to navigate within 200, negative 200 X axis to 200, positive 200 X axis. Okay, you can see that the random is flagging error. The reason is because for this random to work, a particular class needs to be imported. So import random. So the error will now disappear. Now that the random has been imported and a certain value has been generated, it is time to move this apple to that position where it has been generated. To do that, we now do sprite.go to X, Y, Z. So where the X position, and there we want the Y position to be fixed. So let it always fall down from minus 180, minus 180. Now that this has been set, it is time to show it. Remember, it's hidden for now. So we now need to show it. Now that we have shown it, we want it to continually fall. So when one of the apple drops, certain thing happens to it, then another one need to drop, another one. For the falling of this apple to be repeated continuously until the game is ended, we have to create an infinite loop. So we go with the Y true, because Y true will always be true. So this we create a kind of an infinite loop. So when the infinite loop is created, what's expected? We need to be changing the value of that y by a certain speed level. I will go with 3 so that it will not be falling too fast. So what this then means is once this apple manages to appear, let it be coming down at a speed of -3. I hope that's understood. If I run this program, you will see this apple will start falling down from up. While we run this program, certain things need to be loaded here that will take our time a little bit, but let's quickly get those programs loaded. Okay, so let me see again what's really happened. So the Y position need to be positive 180 and not negative 180. That is an oversight, an error. So let's see what's happened now that that one has been corrected. Okay, so you can see the apple is now, so when I stop this and try to play it again, the next X position won't be like this current X position. So let's see the apple come again. So it will be moving randomly throughout the whole of this place. Okay, we want to do something. You see what is happening when the apple eventually gets here. When this apple eventually gets here, it remains here. So that is not what we want. We want when it gets to this edge, let it disappear. Okay, see, it's here. So we have many ways to get that and done. We can say if sprite dot I need to fetch the Y position. So if is less than minus 170, okay. I prefer to use less than. So what I just want to do is, since this place, this region is about 170 to up to 180. So what I'm doing here is, once the value is less than 170, you know that the monkey cannot go and pick it. And at that point, let the apple hide. So sprite dot hide. Okay. Now that is hidden, we only need to create a new one immediately and subject it to falling also immediately. So I need a kind of a repeat of what happens here. Okay. Now, if I play this, you will see the apple will be falling repeatedly. So let's see what happens. This video is getting very, very long, which is what I don't want. But let's see how it goes. Okay, so when you get there, it disappears. Then another one comes in. When it touches there, it disappears also. Though it seems to be falling from exact the same X position, but that is definitely not the case. Okay, so you can see the value is actually changing. That's our first scenario, just happened to be so. So the value is actually changing steadily. Okay, there's something that happened here that does not, strong programmers don't do that. That is a repetition of code. If you see here, it is exactly the same thing that is here, and we don't know how many times we need to repeat something like this. At this point, when you have a situation like this, then it becomes more reasonable to make your code reusable by making that section a function, new clone. Let me call that one new clone. Okay, So instead of repeating myself here, since that thing is exactly what is here, I have to just simply say new clone, and it's done. Remember, this thing needs to also happen in the beginning, or else the program will misbehave. So to make that function also appear here, I will only just say new clone. So the new clone, we call this function, execute here. This new clone will repeatedly call this function. All right, so we have successfully created a situation whereby the apple touches this place. We need to also add something. When this apple touches this monkey, let the apple equally disappear. Okay. So we need to add something again, that if sprite dot is touching what? Touching what? The monkey. So if it's touching the monkey, what should it do? It should equally repeat sprite dot height, and of course, immediately we should create new clone. So as it is now, if I run this program, if the apple should get in touch with the monkey, of course, you will see the apple will just disappear also. So beautiful. We don't have time, so let's just get it done. Now, this particular code for this apple is also the same for this one, is also the same for this one, aside when we want to create special situations. So I will just, for now, I will just copy this, keep it for the rotten apple also. Keep it for the other fresh apple also. And after this, you can no longer use run, but run on. So the 3 apples should be doing exactly the same thing. So what is now remaining formally is to program the monkey such that when the monkey gets in contact with a certain apple, let this kind of thing happen. If he gets in contact with the other apple, let so thing happen. So it's time to program the monkey. Coming to the monkey, and let's just test how this program works by just quickly creating an infinite loop, because we'll be needing that. Let's just use ordinary mouse action to move the monkey around. Let's just see how it will operate. So we say something like sprite.go to XY. Where should it go to? It should go to anywhere mouse X and sprite.mouse Y. So this will definitely make the monkey, instead of trying to drag it to move, just moving the mouse will make the monkey to move to where the mouse is. I would have made it such that the monkey position will not be able to go up. Okay, so you can see for now, all the apples can be picked up, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. So we don't want to use mouse to do this. We want to use camera to monitor human hand gesture and get that done. Now, there is a particular class that is called PostNet. And PostNet has a function that can monitor hand gesture. So I'm creating a pointer to PostNet function. And the PostNet function Now, we'll now use some of the variables there to analyze human hand. So the first step we need to do is to turn on the camera. To turn on the camera, we have to do hand gesture dot video. We now do we need some level of transparency. So this number here indicates how transparent the video is going to be. When I on it, you will see. If I make this thing 0, the camera will turn on and hide the entire background, which is not what we want. We want everything in the background to remain visible, even while the camera is monitoring my hand. Okay, so after doing that, it is also necessary to enable the box. So this thing is going to draw the image of my hand. This particular enable box is going to draw the image of my hand. Then the monkey will be made to be following my hand. Okay, so after this, it is time to do some new thing. What is that? We check if hand is detected or no. We analyze hand first. Let's analyze human hand. Analysis of the human hand will enable the camera to pick the human hand image and do the analysis and try to locate which one is index finger or that or that or that. So after analyzing hand, what if the camera is unable? Let's say you are in a very, very dark environment and the camera is unable to picture your hand. That will be a problem. So we need to find out if to check if hand has even been detected to begin with. So if hand has been detected, then we need to make that monkey to move toward X position. We don't want to change the Y position so that it will not be going up. If you want to change the Y position, of course, you can do that. So the sprite dot set the X position. Let me quickly do something. Okay, so as I was saying, we need to get the position of the hand, and the only thing that can tell us the position of the hand is only a function that has been connected with this analyzed camera, and that function is called hand position. So get hand position. So we have to do hand gesture dot get hand position. Now every point in the human hand has two variables: the X value and the finger's position. So this is for index finger. If you want to use the tallest finger in most human hands, you say 12. But if you want to use the index finger, you say 8. You have a chart that shows which number and which number to use. Whereas this first one here stands for the X position. If I want the camera, the monkey to be able to jump up, I will repeat this the same thing, but now I will now do set. Okay, let me just do it. Sprite dot set Y hand gesture dot get hand position. Instead of 1 again, you say 2. We're monitoring this. So with this command, we'll be able to move your position. If your hand is up, the monkey will be up. If your hand is down, the monkey will be down. We don't necessarily need this one. We just want the monkey to be able to move only within the X axis. So the Y, the optical movement, is definitely not necessary. Now we equally don't need this mouse movement. It is not necessary in what we want to do. So let us also remove it. I think this one that we utterly don't need, I can equally also remove it. But let me just leave this one. Then we have what happens if this apple is touched. I want to do one or two things. So if sprite dot is touching any of the apple, fresh apple, or sprite dot is touching apple, I can equally do it for the rotten one, but that is not necessary. I don't want, what I want is sprite the next costume. So I want the monkey to change costume, and sprite dot play sound with sound to go with chunk sound. So each time the monkey is we make the kind of chomp sound. Anyway, I want another sound, so let me remove the chop sound for now. So it is time to play the whole system and watch how the events unfold. Okay. They know higher professional. Okay, it moves anywhere my index finger is. I don't want to touch the rotten apple, so let it disappear first. The hand spread is waiting for another apple. What a cute monkey. All right. So precisely, the monkey keeps following my index finger. And wherever my index finger is, there the monkey will be. Take the green apple and then wait for the red apple. Yeah. So you can see how machine learning, artificial intelligence, is able to take picture of my hand, analyze my hand, and is able to pinpoint the exact place of all my fingers. Don't touch the rotten apple, please. Run. Okay, so environment is not so bright, so the camera is not giving it precisely what it wants. When I close my hand, it will remain one place without moving. So fundamentally, that is how the program works. Thank you.